what this person said was, it's so sad that your own city hates you the most. And I can't say I saw red, but I saw red. And I had to respond. And that is the reason why I'm making this video. Hey you guys, it's Dree, aka Dree Lachey, and say it with me, I'm back with another video. I'm back with another video. I'm back with another video. I'm back. For those of you who are new to this channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you clicked on this video, you clicked on it for a reason. Go ahead and hit that watermark in the corner of my video. Show me that it's real out here in these streets. Subscribe to your girl channel. For my returners, for my MVPs and my VIPs. Hey. Thank you guys for staying subscribed thus far. You guys know I love y'all to the moon and back. Say it with me. Me love you a long time. This video is gonna be a little different. In the wake of everything that is happening in Memphis, I felt like I needed to do a sit down video. Is this the voice of Memphis? No, it is not. It is simply my opinion on things and how things are going now since Dolph has been tragically taken away from his family. May God rest his soul. I wrote down a few points that I wanted to make in this video so I don't get off track too much with my talking. So that's why I'm going to be looking down from time to time. Of course, we heard of the tragic news of Dolph being murdered. So you guys, Wednesdays, I'm off of social media completely. So I was at work, into my work, and as I'm getting off, I called my cousin. And she was like, oh, it's so sad what's going on, make sure you get in the house. And I'm like, okay, I'm thinking it's just regular. That's so sad that we desensitized the crime, but I'm like, okay, I'm thinking it's regular crime, like 5 o'clock, it's getting late, get out the streets, get in the house, make sure you good. And so she was just like, yeah, because they killed Dolph. And I'm like, what? When she said it to me, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I said, wait, rewind. What did you just say? Literally, she had to repeat it multiple times for me to take in. And even then, I didn't take it in because I was getting out of the car. So then when she told me, she was like, oh yeah, they killed him at a cookie shop. I was going to my door. I'm like, I'm gonna call you back. Because I started like breathing hard or whatever. And I was shaking. I couldn't even put my key in my lock because I'm like, heck no, this is not happening. And I went on to Google, not social media, because you know people post anything. I went on to Google and I saw it on a local news outlet that he was murdered, y'all. It was sad. I didn't want to talk to nobody. This is just my personal feelings. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I just sat there and was just taking it in, just absorbing that they just killed this man. Because we already know the crime is horrible, and a lot of us here have experienced crime in some kind of way or another, whether it's immediate or far removed. Like we know somebody that has experienced the crime here in Memphis, and so, and myself being one of those people, I've experienced a close crime. And I will get into that later, with violence and murder and guns. And so, of course, knowing who the person is, the victim, publicly seeing him on 2 different scales, and I will get into that, but not, of course, knowing him personally, but just seeing him on 2 different large scales, it hurts even more. It hurts. And so everybody, when I finally got back on social media Thursday, I looked and it was just so sad. I knew it was sad. I knew it was going to be sad when I got back on social media. I gave myself time to vent, and then not vent, but to release that sadness and that crying. And it's still not over. I'm still sad for his family. But I did text like 3 friends. One of my friends, that's my best friend, she's in Atlanta. I texted another friend here local, and then another one of my friends that is in Maryland. She's in Maryland. And I was like, y'all, you know, Dolph got murdered. And they were like, I know, it's sad. And everybody was like sad. Even my friends that are out of state, they are from Memphis. So we all know who Dolph is. And it's like a punch to the gut. It's a punch to the gut to know what they did to him and what he was doing, like an everyday task, what we do, and on a day-to-day basis, hoping that no crime happens to us. And they ambushed him like that. It was horrible. So that's a synopsis of what I was doing, how I felt about it. And now I'm gonna take it to my points. I want to say when I did get back on social media Thursday, that's when I started getting triggered, because it's a lot of crime going on in Memphis. It's a few people with their crabs in a bucket mentality, and I'll touch base on that later. But as a whole, it's a lot of us that actually are doing right. We living our lives, we working our jobs, we trying to get back home to our families safely, we raising people right. We have that good positivity going on. But those few crab in a bucket mentality people that see others doing exactly what they can do, ruin it for everybody. And so when I get on social media and I see everybody categorizing people, Memphis, in a group, of course I take it a little bit lighter when it's us from Memphis saying it, even though I don't agree with it. Even though I do not agree with it, because I know it's a lot of us doing right and everybody is not with that mentality. I take it better than somebody on the outside, you know. And hopefully, I don't know if I speak for other Memphians with this, but when somebody on the outside is saying, oh, it's the whole city needs to do this, the whole city needs to do that, that's when it's like a trigger. And it's one post in particular, I'm not gonna post it here. If you follow me on social media, it's from a prominent person, a star, that said something about us Memphians in the wake of Dolph's death. And it burns my head, my heart. It started with my heart, burned my body and my head. I was just like, okay, don't say nothing. And I was like, nope, I gotta say something. I'm from Memphis. This does not fit my description, and I'm pretty sure it's a lot of other people whose description it does not fit. If you want to see that post, like I said, I'm not posting it here. You are free to go look at my Instagram. My Instagram is public. It is in my banner on my channel. If you go to my channel, you see the banner at the top over there where it has the links, my social media links. You can follow me. And it's on there. I have it circled in blue of the person who said what they said. And so what this person said was, it's so sad that your own city hates you the most. And I can't say I saw red, but I saw red. And I had to respond. And that is the reason why I'm making this video, because that's not true. If you were here the day of what happened with Dolph, you would see that the whole city was sad. Even on the videos of the news, there was raw emotion. People on the floor crying. I'm sitting on my couch crying. I'm not going to say I was a diehard Dolph fan, but I know a lot of his songs. True enough, I might not have been there from the beginning, but I've been listening to him for a mighty long time out of high school. And even though I'm not a diehard fan, and even if I know a lot of his songs, but I don't know all of them like others may know. You had to see him. Those are the two scales I was talking about. Either you saw him as the artist, or us as a community, we saw him out in the community all the time, especially during holidays. He was given to families. Literally every single year I can count on seeing Dolph either on TV being televised, and I'm pretty sure he was not doing it for the clout at all, because he comes and does everything for people. We didn't even know he was at the cancer. Was it the cancer? I think it was the cancer survivors thing that he was at earlier this week, before his death. but we didn't even know he was there. We didn't even know he was in town. He does stuff under scale, but of course they televise it, because when you see people doing good in the neighborhood, you want to televise it. And of course that's how the news outlet is. So you could count on, I could count on seeing him on TV, especially during the holiday times, giving out plenty of food to people in need who need it for Thanksgiving, like toys for kids. Literally, even if you did not know the artist Dolph, you definitely know, hey, this man got money. He comes and he feeds Memphis. Because we got food deserts. He goes to the food deserts and he gives food. So we knew him in some kind of way, and we loved him. The people that received things from him, they loved him. And even before he was able to do that, we just love him. We love him. He's one of those Memphis artists that everybody loves. And so when I saw that person saying your own city hates you the most, I took offense. And I had to write. I wrote him. I said, hey, it was a lot of comments on it, but I definitely said, hey, I took offense to this. I'm a Memphian, born, raised, and I still live here. And you just categorized us, and you speaking on something that you don't even know. You was not here the day of. Literally, the whole city felt sad and somber and quiet that day of. So to speak on, oh, your city hates you the most, you was not here to see them tears. You was not here to see people in their individual homes, how they receive this news and still are receiving this news. To speak on us, so speak on what you know. And of course, yeah, somebody took him in Memphis, but it was not everybody. Everybody wasn't like, oh, he here, go get him. That ain't even the case. We love him. And that's what set me off. So let me get to my points, y'all, that I want to make. The first point, it brings me to the first point. The first point is people pointing the finger saying who loves him the most, who hates him the most, and all of that. I just wanted to make that point of, hey, the whole city, I ain't gonna say everybody might not love Dolph, but the majority of Memphis loves Dolph. North Memphis, South Memphis, East Memphis, West Memphis, we love Dolph. Period. Not even up for discussion. Yes, it was people that hated him, and they were haters. We got haters in the city, just like other people got haters in their city. They get out of their cities. We got haters. It was some people that hated him, and they targeted him, unfortunately. But it was not everybody. And I've been seeing, even locally, people saying, I've been a fan since before all of y'all. I bet y'all don't. That don't even matter. This man's life was taken. We all love him. We need to group ourselves in, hey, we love him. Because I've seen Memphis come together in unison. The division ain't even needed right now. Not within us, and with other people pointing their finger saying who hated who. Because I do want to make a point to people saying that Memphis got some haters. So then, that means Hollywood got some haters too, because he was targeted in Hollywood. I'm not very privy to the story or what happened, but from what I read, he got into a verbal altercation with somebody, and they shot him, and he was in critical condition. He was recovering from that from, I think, September. He was not here. So what you gonna say? Oh, no, it's haters in our city too, because he was not here in Memphis when that happened. God, we hate that he was targeted, period. For anything, but just to categorize and say who hated him and who loved him the most, and Memphis hated him, we ain't finna. I'm not standing for that. That's why I'm making this video. That ain't the case. It's love and hate all over this world, and I love the way Nick Cannon addressed the death, and the way he was a star on an upscale, and he literally didn't say, hey, it's your own city. A lot of artists say that, and that's something it's like a say no more. You ain't gotta say words to it. That's a given. It's gonna be people that hate, but that's every single word. And don't say like the city is a shame that the city did this, the city did. Don't put it on Memphis, because it's every word, every single word. And so my next point is, even if you didn't know many of his songs, which I kind of touched on, even if you didn't know many of his songs, you dang sure saw him giving back. Dolph was the one, you saw him, or you know that he was giving. You either experienced it, because there's a lot of stuff that was under the rug. He literally did it privately, and that's the way you're supposed to. You're supposed to move in silence. But the stuff that got televised, the stuff that was shown even after his death, what he was supporting, what he was doing, coming home to take care of his aunt that had cancer, and to look after his family and everything, his mom, dad, grandma, all of this, it shows that he had a big heart. even seeing him out, like seeing people post pictures with him, literally Dolph can walk up to you and hug you. Those artists hug them if he knew you, went to school with you. I never had that personal experience, but from seeing those photos, that's what I took from that. And for the stars who walk around with security guard and bodyguards, there's nothing against, that's understandable. Dolph should have had that, but I'm not speaking on those for protection. That's understandable. But the thing is, he let his guard down enough to be comfortable around us where he grew up at, you know? And that says a lot about him. He didn't care. He wasn't too Hollywood. He wasn't like, it's a lot of artists that'll be like, oh, no, I don't want to talk to you, or I ain't got time, or send they people like to get to talk to the fans or whatever, or just like throw their hand up deuces, like stand from afar waving and stuff. No, he was in there. He literally in the hoods, hugging on folks, taking pictures, hanging out and stuff, getting tattoos, all of that, you know? And that's from what I've seen on the photos. That's what I've seen on the photo. Memphis tattoo artists taking pictures with him. People that he went to school with, like literally. That says a lot. That says a lot about him. That says a lot about the reason why our city as a whole was sad when this happened to him. And angry at the people that did it. I find myself every moment of the day literally saying, why would they do that to him? Out of nowhere, just thinking about his family, his kids, thinking about his friends that he grew up with, thinking about his family, his artists, thinking about us as a city just grieving over this loss. Like, I think about it all the time, you know? And that says a lot about his character. For me to not being a diehard fan, but knowing a lot of his songs and seeing that says a lot about his character. Like, you got people that care. He had people that cared about him. I saw a lot of this. This is point number 3. Point number 3. I saw a status that I shared on Facebook about Dolph was the Nip of Memphis. He was the Nipsy Hustle of Memphis. Now, I'm not gonna lie. My initial thought was, when I found out that he passed away, I thought about Nip. Nip's death triggered me. Not a lot of celebrity deaths trigger me. I would say Nip, Dolph, Prince. That one made me cry. Not a lot of celebrity deaths trigger me. Like, I of course send my condolences, but it's like I don't know them enough to feel so connected that I'm boo-hooing. Those are the 3 that got me in my lifetime, not gonna lie. And it's probably more that I didn't mention, but those are the 3 that stand out right now as I'm making this video. Oh, DMX. 4. DMX. How could I forget DMX? But back to the point, I get the reference. I get the reference wholeheartedly, knowing that Nip was out living in he was in his, I ain't gonna say living, but he was in his neighborhood. He helped out his whole neighborhood. He all up and through there without security. I get it, like saying he the Nip of Memphis. But what I did change about that status when I shared it was Dolph was the Dolph of Memphis. I get the vernacular, but he was the Dolph of Memphis. Dolph was the Dolph of Memphis. He wasn't the Nipsey of Memphis. Dolph was in his own right. He built his own name. He built his own legacy to be able to be considered, hey, this is Dolph, the Dolph of Memphis. Him and Nipsey got they relevant in a way as far as their music and them giving back to the community and being in the community and being free, walking around without security. I get the reference, but Dolph was the Dolph of Memphis in his own right. He is a Memphis legend. Being here, it's no comparison. You know, you can't compare the two. Can't compare the two at all. And he earned that. That's only putting respect on his name. Put respect on his name. Dolph is the Dolph of Memphis. No artist compares. I ain't saying nobody higher, nobody lower. I'm saying that no artist compares to Dolph. Dolph was Dolph. He made a name for himself, and that is set in stone. Even in his death, no comparison is needed. My next point, my 4th point, is the fact that with me having experienced Memphis violence on a personal level, if you guys don't know, I will link the video right there. My lifelong friend, hopefully I don't get emotional, my lifelong friend that I've been knowing since I was, I want to say even, what, 15? He passed away at 27. We both were the same age. And he got killed with gun violence. Killed by a gun by somebody that he knew here in Memphis. And with that being said, if we walk around thinking that everybody in Memphis, because I saw a lot of people saying Memphis is bad, Memphis, and I even said it at one point because I was angry that they killed Dolph. But I had to realize that even in my friend's death, even in Dolph's death, everybody ain't behind it. I'm not the only one. I can't, how dare I sit here and be selfish and be like, hey, I'm the only one doing right, and I pray that I make it, and when I make it, I'm getting up out of Memphis, because Memphis ain't nothing. It's not everybody. It's not everybody. And I had to come back down to reality. Had I been walking around when they killed my friend with the mindset of everybody did it, I don't trust nobody, these Memphians get on my nerves, I'm sick of Memphis, that would be me being a hypocrite for one, because I'm a Memphian. And that would be me putting stress on my mind and in my heart, and putting anger and a grudge and a vengeful heart in myself. And I would have been had tough days after my friend got killed if I looked at everybody as the suspect and everybody against me. No, I had to remember, these people did this horrible thing to my friend. I am hurting behind this. His family's hurting behind this. Everybody connected to him is hurting behind this. And it was put the blame where blame is needed. Just like the Dolph situation, everybody's not responsible. Yes, we got a few with their crabs in a bucket mentality. When somebody make it out, oh, how dare they make it out before me, or how dare they do better than me in life, let me bring them down. Because that was hate. They killed him and didn't even try to rob him. They killed him. That was pure hate. But that's not everybody. And I feel like and I can't speak for everybody, but I feel like for the ones that understand where I'm coming from, we need to walk around and understand that everybody is not the problem. Comedian Pound Cake said it on his Demario, he said it on his live. If you guys are familiar with Comedian Pound Cake, he said it on his live that, hey, I refuse to believe that majority of us want to hurt each other. I refuse to believe that it's more of us that want to do right than it is want to do wrong. And that's me paraphrasing what he said. And so, yes, you guys, that's my point on that. Number 5, the crabs in the bucket mentality that I have been referencing. So, yes, that definitely exists in Memphis. But I'm not going to say that it's exclusive to Memphis. It's not exclusive to Memphis. It's definitely, I've seen artists, and I follow different artists from all over the United States, and I see the same thing. You get your money, you get out the city, you get out, because don't nobody want to see you shine. That crabs in a bucket mentality is something that was embedded in us in the slavery days. That's just the ins and outs of it all, and I can go into 100% depth about that separation, divide and conquer. It worked, and it's still working to this day in the new era. And so that is prevalent in Memphis. I'm going to speak on Memphis because I am here. It's a lot of people that, hey, it be your own people that don't support you. It be people that grew up with you, like, how dare you do this, and I can do it too. And they haven't the slightest clue the struggle that you went through to get to where you're going. And so they feel like, hey, if they doing it, I can do it. And if I can't do it, then I don't want to see them doing it. And you know, it's either no support or somebody trying to bring you down on the secret end. You have to be visual and trust your gut on it, especially in Memphis, because it's a lot in that group that are very grimy. And they will take you out of this place if they have the opportunity to, or get somebody they know to do it. So that crabs in the bucket mentality is very much alive and well here in Memphis, but it is elsewhere as well. Number 6, I said all of this about Dolph, and I'm not saying a lot of other Memphis rappers didn't give back to Memphis or Memphis artists, but I will say we saw Dolph in the trenches. We don't see any of the other artists in the trenches, and maybe they do their work under the, like, you know, under the radar, and it's not televised, and it's not this and it's not that, and maybe they do it, they come in, you know, incognito and meet with people, you know, do it that way. But we literally saw Dolph in the trenches. That's not to take away from other artists, but we definitely knew Dolph was doing it. He was one of them, don't talk about it, be about it, and we saw him. You know, we saw him out here doing it. Like, literally, it was times that I have seen his vehicles, and, you know, I didn't even pay attention. I be on social media, but not that much. I didn't even pay attention to his camo vehicles, and I have been seeing those freaking vehicles, not often, but I see them here and there, and I'm like, ooh, I'll take notice to it, and then go on about my business, not knowing that's him here. When I saw the car, I'm like, hey, I done seen the truck before here. I done seen the freaking truck before. And to know that on the other end of his death, that, hey, he's been in and out of Memphis, literally in the trenches, helping his folks that he came through the mud with, that says a lot about him as an artist. I'm not saying everybody else ain't doing that, but that says a lot about him as an artist for sure. Because a lot of artists don't do it, you know? And not saying Memphis artists, but a lot of artists don't do it. Period. Artists, period. And that brings me to the last point of this video. Makitas Cookies. People are angry. And I'm not saying everybody, but people are angry at Makitas Cookies. They're mad because he got killed there. God rest his soul every time I say that. He got murdered there. They are mad because Makitas, the owners, are asking for donations. And to that I say, this is one of those, mind your spirit, you know. If your spirit convicts you to give to them, give to them. If it doesn't, that does not mean you condemn them for needing the donations or condemn others for giving the donations and calling them names, because we do got a knack for that. I'm pretty sure it's like that in other places too. So it's not exclusive to Memphis, but we got a knack at doing it, downing people for trying to have their livelihood. These people are, they really good, because I done had Makitas Cookies. I was going to the location by the Lorraine Hotel. That's the one I was going to get butter cookies from. I didn't even know they sold chocolate chip cookies until I saw Dolph video, and because I never asked, you know, my mindset was pure butter cookies. That's it. Them butter cookies are to die for. Those butter cookies are so good. And so I don't agree with people being mad at Makitas, because the employees are shook because they were close to him. And I'm pretty sure he wouldn't want people mad at Makitas Cookies, because he loved them and supported them. Just to see the video, the one video, that you could see the love between him and the lady that was recording. Period. And he won't want people mad at them. So I don't feel like it's our responsibility to take on that anger as if Dolph want us to be angry at them, you know. And if you don't want to donate to them, just don't donate to them. Simple as that. And let the people that want to donate, let them donate, and let's cut it short. Yeah, y'all, these are my points about Dolph being from Memphis, and speaking on how I experienced his death, in the wake of his death. And I hope, if you agree with some of my points, comment below. If you didn't, comment below. Let's get the conversation rolling. I love you guys. Let's take care of each other. It's some way this violence got to stop. We got to come together and get it together, you guys. Especially here in Memphis, for sure. All of us who are doing right, we need to come together to be an example. I love y'all. Me love you long time. I'll see y'all back in another video. Take care of each other and rest up, Dolph. I am sending my love. I'm pretty sure, I don't know if she's gonna see this at all, but I am sending my love to his family, his kids, his parents, his grandparents, his aunts, and I'm praying daily. And I am so sorry, and I don't think I speak for all Memphians, but I might speak for some Memphians where I say my heart goes out to y'all. And we love y'all. We love Dolph. We hope you feel all the love that we have for Dolph in this horrible time. Love you guys. Take care of each other. Bye-bye.